I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh, I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh, if you don't leave me alone, you're gonna have to send me home, 'cause I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
Crazii Shea. Crazii Shea. The guy who can sit there on the ropes and make it look like he's on a cabana on the beach.
Crazii Shea is crazy 24/7. Crazy in the bar, crazy at home, crazy in the ring.
The name fits the person. The absolute craziest guy I've ever met in or out of the business.
You never know what you're going to get with Crazii Shea, but you always know it's going to be entertaining.
Crazii Shea began his career with Covey Pro at the very first event on September 23, 2006 at Berkeley Springs High School Gym. At the time, he was already a seasoned ring veteran and decided to make Covey Pro his home promotion.
He's one of the few guys that's been with this company from day one.
I know personally, I can tell you, I went up and down the East Coast with Crazii Shea in the last 10 years. He's crazy.
He is. He is. He's absolutely.
And I think Covey Pro is crazy for putting him in the Hall of Fame. But you deserve it, you anarchy-loving bastard. Enjoy.
Absolutely.
The conductor of the Crazy Train, the general of the Lunatic Army. What can you say about this guy? He's been here longer than just about anybody else. It's a very small number of people that have been here as long as Crazii Shea, and he's been fighting the whole time.
The guy is, he's crazy, he's exciting to watch, you never know what he's going to do. And that makes for dangerous, but some exciting matches.
Staying with the company since its inception. In his career with Covey Pro, he has held the Cruiserweight, Tag Team, and World Heavyweight Championships.
I think the 6 months that he and I ran with the Tag Team titles took off 5 years of my career. That's probably why I'm refereeing now. But I always still got one fight in me. So, Crazii, if you ever need me, we can get wild and crazy one more time.
When I first broke in, we were doing a show in some country town. 10 people showed up. We were a tag team called Wylde and Crazii. He wanted to jump off a chandelier that was hanging above the ring, onto our opponent. I looked at him and said, "You're nuts, because there's only 10 people here and we can give them a good show and their money's worth without doing that." He wanted to go above and beyond, so we go out into the ring, and next thing I know, I see Crazii Shea on top of a chandelier and on top of somebody. So he definitely made sure that he had their attention and gave them their money's worth.
A longtime fan favorite and leader of the Lunatic Army, he has faced many obstacles and adversities in his life, both personally and professionally, always keeping a positive attitude and mindset, and always overcoming any situation, always coming out on top.
He always tries to push himself and challenge the people that he works with in the ring because it means something to him, because he knows that there's that little boy or little girl in the audience who dreams to be a professional wrestler, and he knows that he can make their dreams come true when they see him. He knows that there's that older person in the crowd who may or may not have a chance to be in the ring, who may never ever see a show in the future, maybe their first time or their last time at a show, and he wants to make sure if it's the last wrestling show they see, that it is the greatest wrestling experience they could possibly have.
I can respect the fact that you're a daredevil, the fact that you're willing to do anything to pick up a victory. Quite frankly, it's crazy. Defines crazy, and Crazii Shea, I definitely respect you, and you are, no doubt about it, a Covey Pro Hall of Famer.
He's earned the reputation of being talented but humble, always willing to give advice and help out younger talent in any way that he can, and is not above doing extra duty activities.
Back when I first broke into the professional wrestling business, working somewhere else locally, sitting back in a stairwell and just being a young trainee, not really knowing anything about the business, still breaking in, still learning, and just kind of sitting with my head down, because I didn't have that great of a match. But this guy was getting brought in. He was about the same age as me. He'd already been trained and was already a professional, and he was really getting over. I mean, he was doing some just amazing stuff out there. And he kind of saw me hanging with my head down, you know, on the steps, and came and patted me on the back, like, hey man, keep your head up, kid. And you know, if you ever want to get out of here, I can get you booked in North Carolina, brother. Little did I know, getting booked in North Carolina meant that I was Shea's transportation from Dundalk, Maryland to North Carolina, and then we get there and the promoters never heard of me and didn't even know I was coming. But you know, he stuck to his word, he talked to the promoter, he got me on the show.
Crazii Shea trained me how to wrestle, and I was really proud of you, son.
He's always there to lend a hand when I need one.
He helped me break that little bit of fear I had in me to get up on the top rope and you know, jump off and do some moves. Also, he helped me with some of my other training as well.
He is truly an inspirational living example of a true underdog.
Shea and I shared a really special moment with each other, which should have been a very traumatic moment for each other. We were in a match, and Shea did an Asai moonsault, and when we connected, my feet came from underneath me. I hit the back of my head, and Shea smacked the front of his face. We both got concussions instantly. I had a giant knot on the back of my head that grew like a cartoon character, and Shea was completely out. And that was within the first like 3 minutes of the match. Shea and I worked another 10 minutes. We were two guys that were wrestling on instinct alone. Neither one of us could remember the match. Neither one of us knew at all what was going on, but we finished the match. And I mean, it just shows the heart that Crazii Shea has. More than most guys you'll ever meet in this business, this guy has a heart for professional wrestling.
I don't think I've ever done a show that someone didn't ask me, is Crazii Shea going to be there?
It is with great pride, honor, and respect that Covey Promotions officially welcomes one of the greatest attractions to ever grace a Covey Pro wrestling ring, the one and only Crazii Shea, into the Covey Pro Hall of Fame class of 2015.